A lot of the times when you're picking up a new fighting game, you get really hyper fixated on what your character does and like what pokes they have, what buttons they have, their conversions, combos, everything like that. But eventually that all becomes second nature and you start focusing on the guy on the other side of the screen, the person you're actually fighting and the character that you're actually playing against. And then you have to form a game plan because you know what your character has, like what they can do. You need to know what you actually have to use in order to beat that other character. And sometimes it can be pretty obvious, like if you're a zoner, you want to keep them out with fireballs and big buttons, and if you're a grappler, you want to get in. Those are two very, very simplified game plan. And I think that's kind of how you start forming the game plan, is like you group the characters into archetypes and then think about how you can fight that archetype, and then you can break it down to like specific character matchups that give you trouble. And so today I have a pretty good example of what I'm talking about in a match that I had playing Minot versus Zangief that I want to share with you. I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the month of June, so if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. So in this matchup, Zangief versus Minot, I don't want to lose my orb. I don't want to set it out because that gives him a way in. When she doesn't have the orb in her hand, he's probably just going to like start barreling at me. So I want to keep it in my hand, and I want to press stand fierce a lot. And then after that stand fierce, I want to press either stand medium punch, crouch medium punch, or crouch jab. And usually, or you can even do stand heavy punch again, right? You'll get a crush counter or something. But usually what I want to do is stand heavy punch into crouch jab. And the reason for that is when I do that crouch jab, it'll either check a dash or it recovers in time for me to anti-air if he does choose to jump. It's probably the safest option. And so I should have been doing that a little bit more, but you can see stand heavy punch is enough. Sometimes one button and a good game plan is enough. And like I said, I don't want to put the orb out too much, but if he gets close, I need to be able to adapt to that situation and put the orb, like the low orb, kind of behind his back foot. And that's how I'm going to get him off me, because I'm going to recall it and it's going to put him in block stun. And then I can get a throw or I can get some type of mix-up, you know? And if it hits, I get a big combo. See, as he gets closer, I'm a little bit more reluctant to press that stand heavy punch. Because I'm thinking about whether I need to change my plan or whether I can keep going. I'm okay with taking a little bit of damage here. I'm in the corner, but I'm going to try and fight my way out. I'm going to take a little bit more damage here, but still big life lead. So you just got to stay calm in a situation like this and remember what you're trying to do, right? The stand heavy punch even traded with the startup or whatever that was. Bad punish, but doesn't matter. I'm out, right? I'm back to what I want to do. So that was 1 minute and 30 seconds of me just pressing stand heavy punch and then trying to adapt on the fly when he got close. It's not anything crazy. And the second game, not much different, right? Stand heavy punch, stand heavy punch. I see he's trying to dash more, so maybe I should have done crouch jab after that second stand heavy punch, but it's all right. He gets hit by it. Honestly, that option right there that he did, where he did lariat to try and catch my little hand sticking out, not a bad idea. He's kind of getting desperate. I think there's some way for him to crush counter me. I think if I do crouch medium punch into orb set and he presses stand heavy kick, I think it will crush counter me or something like that. There's some way for him to crush counter me after I set the orb out like that. I don't quite remember. See, just a lot of stand heavy punch. And I'm mixing up afterwards. I'm mixing up whether I want to do stand medium punch or whether I want to do crouch. The good thing, let me pause one more time. The good thing about doing, actually it's just stun, it's fine. The good thing about doing stand medium punch after that is it'll catch them on the way up. Them trying to jump at you, it can actually preemptively anti-air them or kind of stuff their jump if you want to think about it like that. So it'll keep them grounded, and sometimes it'll stop them from jumping. Other times people can't be conditioned, right? They don't really care, so they'll just keep jumping at you. And they'll jump at you 7, 8, 9 times. But if that 9th time hits, it'll really fuck you up, you know? Especially on Zangief. Just doing stand heavy punches, right? Very frustrating for him. I think he's getting a little bit flustered, right? Stun again. I don't have a good stun combo, so I'm just going to do jump heavy kick. I just, you know, I was not focused on the combos. I was focused on executing my game plan. And here I'm going to take a shit ton of damage, panic a little bit, and just super. I figured I'd super, though, because it was kind of checkmate. He popped V-trigger, had no meter, and he pressed the button. But even if he didn't, he would have got chipped, right? It was checkmate for me, so it was a no-brainer to just wake up super there. But yeah, that's all I wanted to show you today, just the power of a very simple yet effective game plan and not having to do more than you need to win. Thanks. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, please consider subscribing.